Okay, we're here on Bounce Around Charleston. We are Their Voices Incorporated, second annual luncheon and silent auction. And to tell us all about that, I have Tisa Wack, president and co-founder, and Chandra Bryant, vice president and co-founder. Welcome to Bounce Around Charleston.
Thank you for having us.
We are Their Voices. Tell us how the both of you came together.
Well, We Are Their Voices was formed out of Somerville. How me and Chandra came together was both of our sons were murdered at the hands of gun violence. And my son in 2015, her son in 2014. She saw the news about what happened to my son, and she reached out to me through a mutual friend. And we kind of helped each other get through that process of the grief and the loss and just the answers of why this happened to our children. Ironically, her son was killed just a block away from my son in the very same neighborhood, 1 year apart, approximately a year and a couple of weeks apart. So we just kind of naturally had this connection. Our sons were our only children, and they left grandchildren behind, or children behind our grandchildren. Mm-hmm. So it's like we had this really natural connection, and we just wanted to kind of figure out how could we help other families not go through this? How could we prevent this pain and do something for our youth in order for them to make better decisions and not be put in a position of either being a victim or being the person who committed the crime, because in a sense all lives were destroyed, not just one or two.
Okay, so what kind of things do you do to help the families?
We actually help the families by helping them through the process, because there is a process that each one's going to go through, even if you are the victim. With the court system, things that you can expect, things that may happen to you as a grieving parent in the long run. Because one thing that no one knows how to do is how to comfort a grieving parent, unless you've actually went through that process yourself. Mm-hmm. We do have other initiatives that we actually wanting to do with the community as far as the youth is concerned as well, which is part of what the organization is doing.
Okay. So tell us some of the things that the organization does.
We allow access to different platforms through mentoring programs for young men. We are incorporating some lunch and learn sessions where we have guest speakers come in and talk to that age category group between middle school and about 25. We cater the conversation to them. We may get someone who's maybe committed a crime and served time and come back and tell their story, because they only know about what they see on TV and make judgments based on how prison life is on scripts that are written by people. Mm-hmm. So we want to give them that real life sense of what's going on in life by incorporating some of these programs.
How successful has the program been?
The program is fairly new, but we've been able to sponsor a T-ball team. We've also been able to, with our first luncheon, we were actually able to donate to a mentoring group that's located out of Somerville, South Carolina, to help with their summer retreat. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're having a luncheon. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And what happens at the luncheon?
The luncheon, what happens is we have a keynote speaker, which this year is going to be Deltavis Wallace of TJ Images, and he is a victim of gun violence. Years ago, he was shot, and he was in a lifestyle that he may not be proud of now, but it's showing people where you were and where you can come from. So he's one of those people, because I think a lot of youth think that once they get into things, they can't get out, mm-hmm. but he's showing you the path of how you can get out. So we incorporate the keynote speaker, and then we have a silent auction as well, where different companies and businesses donate items towards the silent auction, and we have it, like, in a sense, raffled off, and it helps to build funds to support We Are Their Voices. Last year was very exciting. We have many different vendors donate items, mm-hmm. and made it a very fun event. So,
well, who can attend this event?
Anyone can come, and if you're a part of the community, then you want to attend, because when gun violence affects one, it affects us all. Mm-hmm. And we know that until we all get involved, then the problems will just continue, because every night we watch on the news about mm-hmm. another victim. But we never hear the backstories about how the family is supporting, how are we keeping maybe the siblings of those children from getting in that same path. So that's what we expect to get out this luncheon. I mean, we expect for change.
If you left the station today and a mother picked up the phone and called you because she just lost her son, what would you say to her?
The first thing I would tell her is that she's not alone. No matter how alone she feels, that she's not, and that she has a sisterhood of other mothers and other family members that are dedicated to help her through the process, because most people will not understand it unless they went through it. So we would just say, hang on, and there's someone there for you.
What would you tell her?
Faith, family, and friends. Rely on your support system. They'll be there more than you can even imagine. A lot of times you want to shut yourself down. Sometimes you want to just not be bothered. But that's what's going to bring you through any of this. Faith, family, and friends.
Okay. Well, you ladies, thank you for being here on Bounce Around Charleston today. We Are Their Voices Incorporated, second annual luncheon and silent auction, Saturday, June 9th, 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. at the Bombs Temple AME Zion Church, 943 West 1st North Street, Somerville, South Carolina. Tickets, $20 for adults and $10 for students. For more information, visit www.wearetheirvoices.com. Thank you, ladies, for being on Bounce Around Charleston.
Thank you.
Coming up next.